Hi friends, I'm Yamini Sharma and I welcome you back to my channel The Saffron Box. So this video is going to be about the month of September 2022. What are the important planetary alignments, planetary positions, and what is going to be the impact of all of it on all of us. So check your ascending sign, check your rising sign and see the impact, how it is, what does the month hold for you. But before that, one very important thing which I would like to talk about today is that there is a lot of content available. There is a lot of free content on the internet with respect to your monthly predictions, transit predictions, etc. But one thing which I would really advise and really wish that people who are viewing my channel do is understand your natal chart. So it gives you a lot of idea about who you are, what is your growth area, what are the challenges you're going to be facing in life, what are your strengths, what are the major areas looking like in your life, right? So in terms of your health, in terms of your relationship, your finances, your profession, your growth. And our birth chart also helps us in understanding how we are going to be tackling these areas. So if you have any challenges in any of the major areas of life, our birth chart is a good indicator. It's a tool to help you understand how should you overcome these challenges as well. So do understand your birth chart and then understand the transits or the dashas for that matter. So whatever the birth chart has promised you, the dashas bring that thing to you and the transits finally deliver those results to you. So whether a person is going to get married or not is the first thing, right? Just to take an example. Then the dasha, the relevant dasha period which is running will tell you whether marriage is going to happen in this particular dasha, antardasha or not. And then in that dasha, when you see a relevant or when you see a very promising transit coming in, that is when the possibility goes up. So first check the possibility of getting married in the first place. Right, so that was just an example, which helps you understand whether something is promised to you and how you're going to get it, when are you going to get it. So this correlation has to be understood to understand astrology better, right? So that is something which I would really advise my viewers to do. Do understand there's a lot of content which I have also put up on my channel with respect to various planets, their placements, etc. And I do a lot of personal consultations also. A lot of people take astrological guidance from me, and I like to clear these doubts personally as well, because I feel that it is my duty to clear any kind of a doubt or any kind of misconception which people have about Vedic astrology. That is something which I feel I owe to the science of Jyotish. I owe to my teachers and I owe to my learnings as such, right? Anyways, we'll begin with the monthly predictions, and before that I'll talk about the transits as well. So this particular month we have, at the beginning of the month we have Sun in the sign of Leo, its own sign. Sun is very powerful here. So Sun is going to be in the sign of Leo for half of the month, and then on the 17th of September it moves on to the next sign of Virgo. So now here the energies of Sun kind of get a little sobered down as well. It comes to an earthy sign from its own sign of Leo. It moves down to a earthy sign of Virgo. Then we have Mercury already posited in the sign of Virgo where it exalts. So Mercury's Mool Trikon sign is Virgo, Mercury's exaltation sign is Virgo, and it is going to be here for a long time. It is going to become retrograde also in the month of September, by 10th of September. And Mercury here stays for about 2 months, the whole of September and almost the whole of October. So I've already made a video regarding Mercury's journey in the sign of Virgo, so do check that out as well. So here Mercury is strong and powerful, and on the 17th of September it gets joined with Sun as well. So there's a good Buddha Aditya Yoga which comes into being. So for people who have Virgo rising, for people who have Gemini rising, this gives a good indication, this gives a good support to you. Then we have Mars. Mars is in the sign of Taurus. I've already made a video on this as well. Mars is in the sign of Taurus for a long time. Then we have Venus. Venus is currently in the sign of Venus is going to be moving into the sign of Leo on the 31st of August, and on the 24th of September Venus enters Virgo. Now remember that Venus debilitates in the sign of Virgo, and from the 24th of September onwards you will have Sun, Mercury and Venus, three of them together. So this also gives a kind of cancellation to the debilitation of Venus as well. But the sign of Virgo is getting a lot of power, or a lot of it's getting a lot of energy with this particular movement, with this particular transit as well. Then we have Jupiter in the sign of Pisces. We have Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. We have Rahu in Aries and Ketu in the sign of Libra. So the major planets stay wherever they are as of now in this particular month. So this month also sees the beginning of the Pitru Paksh on the 10th of September, and it will last a whole Paksha. That means a whole period of about 15 days. So it ends on September 24th, and thereafter on the 26th of September we have the Navratri starting as well. So the Pitru Paksha period of a fortnight is also a very important period to do any remedies or to pray to your ancestors. Seek the blessings of your ancestors. And in our Vedic rituals we anyways have a lot of things to do to honor our ancestors, seek their forgiveness, seek their blessings, etc. So if you have any major affliction in your chart which shows that you have Pitra dosh, etc., do make use of this period. Do make use of this period to honor your ancestors, to correct any kind of a dosha which you have. Though any dosha does not get rectified 100%, but with our own free will, with our own mind, with our own heart, we can do things to minimize any dosha, right? So now I begin with the predictions or the forecast for all the 12 signs. So I'll begin with Aries. Now for Aries, you see we have the Lagnesh Mars in the second house, and your sixth house is going to be seeing a melee of planets. Mercury is already there, Sun will join in, Venus will join in later. So overall the energy for you this month is all about handling family finances, handling your daily routine, handling challenges at work. A lot of you can get a beautiful chance to use your creativity, to use your intelligence in your day-to-day affairs, sort out or organize your daily work. So if you have that ability, if you're in that position to change things around you regarding your daily work schedule, I think this is a good time to do it. Lot of focus will also come onto competitive activities. So if you're appearing for any competitive exams, or you are in competition for a particular position, for a particular role. There is some kind of a selection which is going on at work. Getting organized will help you a lot. Use your creativity, use the positivity which you have. Luck will favor you, so put in your best, and luck is going to enhance your chances this month. Apart from this, a lot of focus will be on family finances, on family money, on your savings as such. But do avoid any impulsive decisions when it comes to investments. Though for you, we have Jupiter also in the 12th house. Jupiter can increase the expenditure or increase the chances of you spending a lot, right? Mars being the Lagnesh is also there. So Mars being an impulsive planet, it gives quick results, or it makes you act very quickly. So make sure that regarding any family decision, regarding any finance decision, anything which affects your pocket, your accumulation, you are not impulsive, right? So that is something which you should definitely take care of. Then I move on to the next sign of Taurus. Now for Taurus, your Lagnesh is currently in your 4th house, and by the last week of the month, it moves on to the 5th house. So I'm talking about Venus here. Venus comes into your 5th house, gets conjunct with Mercury. Sun will also be there. So a lot of movement there in your 5th house, good for your wealth. Mercury and Venus coming together, Venus being your Lagnesh here, creates some amount of wealth generation, yogas for wealth generation. And as I said in the beginning of the video, in case you have a favorable time with respect to earning money, or with respect to wealth accumulation, this period will help you out, especially with Jupiter also being in the 11th house. Jupiter is going to be aspecting this particular conjunction as well. So here, anything related to money or accumulation of wealth, etc., will really help you out. Pray to your Isht, pray to your ancestors during the Pitra Paksh, and seek their blessings. That is really important. So here, a lot of you will get a lot of help or strength from worship of your deity. As I said, praying to your ancestors, doing mantra ucharan. So use all these things, apply all these things in your life. Apart from this, you also have Mars in your Lagna. So whatever we do, any transit we see, we need to see what is impacting your Lagna. Mars here can make you a little, strong-headed, or thinking that whatever you have thought or whatever you are doing is right. So some amount of self-righteousness, or I would say bordering on, arrogance also can creep in. So keep a check over there. Take advice from people, listen to other people. Sometimes the smallest of advice works works in a very great manner. So use that and then go ahead. So excellent time materially, a good time to invest in your children's future. Spend time with your children, guide them. If you are going to do something along with your children, it could be simply spending time with them, or investing together, or making money decisions keeping them in mind. I think this is a good time. So now I move on to the next sign of Gemini. So for Gemini, you see the Lagnesh Mercury is in exaltation in the 4th house, a very comfortable state for it to be. It's getting a lot of strength there. And in the 3rd house, you have Sun and Venus, and Sun and Venus are going to be joining with Mercury in the second half of the month. So here a lot of your focus can actually be on domestic matters, matters related to your mother's emotions, mother's feelings, right? It could also mean that a lot of you will spend time on your property matters, acquiring luxurious property or looking at luxurious items at your home, right? So here a kind of a wealth generation or a wealth yoga is also happening over here. The fifth lord Venus is also coming, though it's going to be under debility, but there's a cancellation also which is happening. So Mercury and Venus together over here by the second of the month could actually make you focus on a lot of home issues, luxury items, property, or some of you might look at buying a new vehicle. So all these things are highlighted. Pay attention to your mother. This is also going to be a very active month in terms of socializing. So you could see a lot of your childhood friends around you coming and visiting you. So an active time. Also a good time for people to renovate their home, or do something for the betterment of their home, right? If it doesn't apply to you, this is also an excellent time for students to concentrate. This is also a good time where luck is supporting you. You may use your creativity, you may use your intelligence very well to perform well in your studies. So an excellent time for that. Support from the environment also comes up. One thing which you need to be a little careful about is any excessive expenditure, impulsive expenditure, right? So that is something which you need to keep a tab on. Then I move on to the next sign of Cancer. For Cancer people, this month we have a lot of your focus on the second and the third houses. So Sun is there currently in your second house along with Venus, and then Mercury is there in exaltation in the third house. Though Mercury is not a very friendly planet for you, for Cancer ascendant, the Lagnesh is Moon. Mercury and Moon don't get along well, but Mercury is exalted in the third house. The support factors which I see for you is Jupiter's presence in the ninth. Jupiter is aspecting your third house, where there's a strong conjunction of Sun, Mercury and Venus coming by the second half of the month. So this could make you direct your energies towards some very fruitful endeavors, right? So channelize your energy, make a plan, and then go ahead as to where you want to put in your energy, put in your hard work, which direction should you use for taking an initiative. A good time to do so, a good time for any kind of a new venture as well, right? Apart from that, there could be chances of travel coming in, some long-term travel, etc. Also, a lot of your focus on your work issues, communication with colleagues at work, meeting new people at work. So this month is going to be about a lot of communication at work, a lot of new ideas, discussing a lot of new ideas. So you may embark on a new project at work. Some new project could come in. You could get a chance to work with a new team, learn something new. So go ahead and approach all this with an open mind. That is very important for the Cancer ascendant. Now I move on to the next ascendant of Leo. So if you have a Leo rising or if you are a Leo ascendant, this month, see, Sun is already there in your Lagna. And whenever the Lagnesh or the ascendant Lord is in the Lagna, it's a recharging time. It's a time to recharge yourself. So your self-confidence, your self-esteem gets a recharge. A lot of people also tend to do a makeover, physical makeover, wardrobe makeover, They pay a lot of attention on how they are looking. So an excellent time for that. And Sun is going to be here till the September 17th, and thereafter it moves on to the second house where it gets conjunct with Mercury. Venus also joins in later in this particular conjunction. So here, with the presence of Mercury, Venus and Sun in the second house, a lot of your focus will be on wealth creation, handling money. Mercury is exalted, remember, in the second house, and Mercury for you is a very important planet when it comes to your money, when it comes to your wealth. So a lot of your time and focus actually should be to utilize, you should utilize this time on investing right, getting the right professional advice, going ahead with your investments in a very prudent manner. Somebody from your social network could help you out as well, give you some good tips to manage your money as well. So whatever you do, handle your money very carefully. Excellent time to focus on your savings, on your accumulation. A good time to get your family together in case you have matters which are to be dealt with within the family. This is an excellent time to talk about those issues. Bring up any matters of family, whatever is important to your family. Bring up those issues. Do not bury things under the carpet. So use your communication. Create a good family atmosphere to deal with difficult issues as well. Then we have Mars in the 10th house. Focus on work. Taking initiative at work is again going to be the theme this particular month. So whatever you do, see, 10th house is not only about work. 10th house is about any kind of a karma which we generate. It's the karma sthan. So karma does not relate only to office work or only to professional work. Any kind of action which we do comes in the karma domain. And Mars being here, remember to keep a check on the kind of karma you're doing. Mars is a yoga karak planet for you, and it is in the Kendra. So karma related to your your duties towards your parents, your duty towards the system as such. Are you following the law and order? Are you doing the right thing towards, or having the right attitude towards your educational pursuits, towards your gurus, towards your teachers? So watch your karma there. See what you're doing, see where you're going, introspect, and take corrective actions if necessary. Mars here will give you a lot of opportunity to work on all this. It also gives you a lot of opportunity to take initiatives at workplace. So some of you might be in a frenzy of lot of tasks, lot of things to achieve, and very little time. So manage your work well. So the focus area for you is going to be family, money, investments, and your work area as well. So a very busy month I see for the Leo rising. Then I move on to the next sign of Virgo. So now for Virgo, if you see, you already have the Lagnesh, the ascendant Lord Mercury in the Lagna. Venus joins in by the end of the month. Sun also joins in. A lot of focus on the ascendant. A lot of focus on things around you. How how you appear, what is your appearance, how you're going to be projecting yourself to the world. Good time to learn new skills. Good time to brush up your skills. Right? Take new initiatives at work, in your house, in your family. If there's something, I think this is the time to use your wit, use your intelligence, use your ability to be able to to talk to various people from all spheres of life. Whenever you have a strong Mercury, for example, with Gemini rising or with Virgo rising people, your ascendant Lord is Mercury. And if you have a strong Mercury at that in your natal chart, and it is supported by a good Mercury in the transits as well, you can use your communication skills, you can use your wit, your humor, your managerial ability to tackle a lot of pending issues in your life. So please do that. I would recommend starting up with a list of things to do and tackling things one by one. Mercury can help you use your managerial ability or your multitasking ability to take care of a lot of things in your life. Apart from this, we also have Jupiter from the 7th house aspecting this particular conjunction. So a lot of support is coming your way as well. Then one thing which you need to be careful about is your health. So while you're doing things, while you're engaging in a lot of things around you, definitely take care of your health, right? So take rest from time to time. Do not overwork yourself. That is very important, and especially for the Virgo rising people, sometimes a lot of mental activity, a lot of things to do, the tendency to become perfect in what you're doing can overwork you, can put you under a lot of unnecessary stress as well. So while paying attention to detail is important, make sure that your quality of life is not getting hit by it. Then I move on to the next sign of Libra. Now, for Libra people, you have accumulation of planets in the 12th house by the end of the month. But as of now, on the 1st of September, you will have Sun and Venus together in the 11th house. And then Mercury is there. Mercury is exalted in the 12th house. Sun and Venus will gradually join Mercury over there in the 12th. So a lot of focus on your 11th and 12th house energies. Anyways, for the Libra ascendant, your ascendant itself has Ketu. 7th house is also has Rahu. So Rahu Ketu axis is also active for you. So here a lot of decisions that you take, a lot of things that you do, please keep your mind open. Ketu's presence in the 1st house can sometimes pose challenges over there. Keep your mind open. Do not go ahead with preconceived notions about any person or any situation as such. And now with the presence of planets in your 11th, you can actually stand to gain. Understand things well. Understand your circle well. This is a good time for material gains, but you also need to understand the people whom you're dealing with. There will be a lot of opportunity for you to mingle around, meet new people. Remember, Venus is your Lagnesh. It's in the 11th for most part of the month. So you get to new people, keep your mind open, and understand, be open to understanding others' experiences. This is a time for learning for you as well. Apart from the material gains, of course. So if you're running a dasha which shows material gains coming your way, wealth generation coming your way, I think this is going to be an excellent time as well. And then by the second half of the month, Sun moves out to the 12th, Venus moves to the 12th house, and there will be a conjunction of Sun, Mercury and Venus in the 12th house, with Mercury becoming retrograde as well. So a lot of opportunities of travel can come up. Some of you might take up a break, might take up a vacation as well. Those of you who are looking at immigration, moving out of your country to another, whatever be the cause, be it for studies, etc., you could also get a chance, something positive, some positive traction can happen for you. This is an excellent time to spend your time and energy in your spiritual pursuits as well, if you're spiritually inclined. Then I move on to the next sign of Scorpio. Now for Scorpio, you see your Lagnesh is aspecting the Lagna from the 7th. Mars is going to be in the 7th house for a long time to come, and it is aspecting your Lagna, giving it some strength. Then we have Sun in your 10th house right now, along with Venus, and a good conjunction of Sun, Mercury, and Venus will happen in your 11th house gradually in the second half of the month. So here, a lot of karma which you're doing, a lot of actions which you're doing will start showing results as the month passes by. Sun is the 10th house lord as well by default. So a lot of focus on work, a lot of focus on responsibilities also comes in. So your work front gets a little heavier. You get to focus more on the work front, on the world outside your home, right? So on the work side. And then gradually you look at material gains as well. So make sure that whatever you are doing right now is productive. You're investing your time and energy well, so that you can reap in the results in a positive way. Positive results can be reaped later. The 11th house will see a major conjunction of Sun, Mercury, Venus. A lot of your energy will go in socializing, communicating with your social circle. Communication with your elder siblings is also very important. So especially if you have an elder sister, make sure that you're communicating with her. Make sure that any communication lines which are broken, in case there's some relationship issues, some problems with the elder siblings, you are trying to fix it, right? By doing this, you will be strengthening your Mercury as well. Mercury is a very important planet for you. It takes care of your gains, so do that. Then a lot of your focus is also going to be towards educational pursuits. So acquiring higher skills, acquiring, re-educating yourself or upgrading yourself is also going to be an important activity for all the Scorpio ascendants. Then I move on to the next sign of Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, you see the Lagnesh is in the 12th house, is in the 4th house, in the sign of Pisces. And we have your 9th lord in the 9th house itself. Sun is your 9th lord, and it is sitting in the 9th house itself. This is a very important time. A very important time to pray to your Isht, to pray to the deity, whom you pray to. Seek the blessings of your elders. Seek the blessings of your guru. Be open to learning, right? So with the Lagnesh also being in the sign of Pisces, being in its own house, in the 4th house, and Sun being in the, Sun being the Bhagesh, being in the Bhagyastan, this is a very good time for you to do so. So make sure that you spend time in meditating, spend time in praying, if you're inclined to do so. This is a good month to work on your spiritual journey. So listening to good discourses, reading good books, utilizing your time well is very important here. Because Sun is not going to be coming back to the 9th house for a whole year now. So Sun being here really helps you. Take advice from your father, advice from your gurus on how you want to go ahead in the future. Okay, so this is an important time to do so. Make use of the Pitru Paksh to honor your ancestors. So September 10th to September 24th, 25th is going to be the Pitru Paksh period. And especially for the Sagittarius ascendant, Sun being here in the 9th house is an important time. And you have the Pitru Paksh period also coming in. Seek the blessings of your ancestors, right? Then by the second half of the month, you'll have Sun, Mercury and Venus conjunction in the 10th. So a lot of people among you will have the required hard work or the luck factor working towards your pursuits, right? So you'll be whatever hard work you want to put in towards your pursuits, your luck will favor you. A lot of your focus will be there on your work area, especially if you're doing something of your own. So independent people, freelancing people, people who are entrepreneurs, etc., this is a very important time for them. So I move on to the next sign of Capricorn right now. For Capricorn, you see the Lagnesh Saturn is in the ascendant itself. Focus on yourself, focus on your learnings, focus on what you want to do. And you have Sun and Venus in the 8th house. 8th Lord in the 8th house. Time to stay a little cautious with respect to your health, with respect to things you're doing. Do not get involved in unnecessary matters. Keep a check on your relationships. Venus being in the 8th, this could be a tricky time. You could be in a situation where you do not understand what kind of a relationship are you in. So there could be some amount of hurt which you get there. So make sure that you are using your intelligence well when it comes to relationships. Your enough time is being spent to understand a relationship before you go ahead. Then we have Mercury in the 9th house in a state of exaltation. So Mercury is the 9th Lord and it is in the 9th house. Again, a very good period for Capricorn ascendant also to seek guidance from their gurus, seek guidance from their father regarding their future. Honor your ancestors, pray to your Isht, spend time on your spiritual development, right? So this is a very crucial time for the Capricorn ascendant as well. But as I said, take care of your health. Sun being in the 8th could pose in some challenges, at least for the first half of the month, and thereafter Sun moves into the 9th house where things get better. So the second half, I would say, gets a little better with Sun, Mercury and Venus conjunction in the 9th house. So here a lot of focus will be on your relationship with your guru, with your father, as I mentioned. Some of you would also like to take up a pilgrimage. Some of you would like to travel for studies, etc. So a good time to do so, good time to do your religious duties, good time to spend time with your father, with your teachers, etc. And take up journeys which are necessary, right? So you could end up taking up journeys which become very fruitful in the long run. Then I move on to the next sign of Aquarius. For Aquarius, you see the Lagnesh is in the 12th. And right now you have Sun in the 7th house. 7th Lord Sun in the 7th house. So a good position to focus on your business, focus on your business activities if it applies to you. Venus is also here. So people who are engaged in the clothing business, jewelry, entertainment, etc., this could be a crucial time for them. Then we have Mercury. Mercury is the 8th Lord and it is getting exalted in the 8th house itself. It is going to be here also for a considerable amount of time. So here it is a good time for people who are engaged in research activities, people who are connected with the fields of occult, mining, oil and gas, etc., history. So if it applies to you, I think this is a good time where you could end up getting some results for yourself. By the second half of the month, Sun will join Mercury in the 8th house, and then by the 24th, Venus also joins in this conjunction. So Sun, Mercury and Venus will be together in your 8th house. When a lot of planets are here together in a Trik Bhava, in a Dostana, please pay attention to your health. First of all, do not take any impulsive decision with regard to your money. That is something which I would really warn you about. Take care of your partner's money as well. So if you're married, it could be you and your partner's money combined, your wealth combined. Do not risk it. Then there could also be a chance for people who are engaged in the insurance sector to see some more business, to see some more traction coming in. Those of you who have any property matters or inheritance matters stuck could also see a lot of traction this particular month. Then I move on to the next sign of Pisces. Now for Pisces, you see Jupiter is in the Lagna. Lagnesh is in the Lagna, and I've made videos on this, So this is an excellent time to focus on yourself, to focus on your health, etc. And for you, the 6th house has the 6th lord. Sun, the 6th lord, is in the 6th house. So the first half could be a little challenging, especially with Venus also being present along with Sun in the 6th house. Venus is a Marka planet for you, right? So Venus is not a very auspicious planet. It owns 3rd and the 8th house. So its job is to give some obstacles. So here your daily living, your daily life, you could face some obstacles, some challenges with respect to your household help, with respect to your daily task, or maintaining your daily routine can become an issue. So some disturbances there I see. Take care of yourself in case you have any issues related to your digestion or any hormonal problems. Definitely get your medical checks in time. Then you have Mercury. Mercury is your 4th lord as well as your 7th lord. So it owns 2 Kendra Bhavas, and it is an exaltation in the 7th house. So a good strong Mercury could actually help you out, could support you in various endeavors, especially when it comes to your your partnership business. It could support, bring in some help in case you're going in through some rough patch in your marriage also. Then Sun and Venus also join in the 7th house. So you have Sun, Mercury and Venus conjunction in your 7th house. Here again, a lot of your focus can come in on your partnership business, can come on your marriage, can come on your spouse as such. So make sure that you're spending enough time, spending enough, giving enough space to your spouse. Focus on your marriage. Use your communication to smoothen out any kind of differences which you have in your marriage. So relationships become a major area of focus for the Pisces ascendant. And of course, take care of your health, as I mentioned earlier. So that was all about the 12 signs and the impact which all the planetary alignments have on the 12 signs this particular month. I'll see you very soon in my next video. Till then, take care. God bless.